The story so far. Phoenix found a woman with her leg trapped under a piece of rubble deep inside the hexagon. After defeating the beast known as the Hexagoon that subsequently attacked, Phoenix managed to free Patty, but she ran off to Angel Falls with barely a word of thanks. So let's go see if we can find Patty. I assume she's at the mayor's house? I don't think she would have gone to Aaron's house right away. Maybe she's in the inn? A woman I've never seen before went dashing into the inn. I wonder if she's from Stornway. Wait a minute, that must mean the pass has been unblocked already. Those soldiers didn't waste any time. No, they're still working on it. But she went into the inn, so here we are. Uh-huh. This is Edwin's place, all right. No one else knew how to do it quite like he did. The original host with the most. Did you know my father, then? Oh, you must be Patty. I was so worried about you. I heard that someone called Patty had gone missing on their way here. Yep, that's me, honey. You were worried, huh? That's sweet. And I can't believe you remembered my name. You were so tiny. So, where's old Edwin hiding, I thought you were probably coming to see him. I'm afraid that he's no longer with us. It was 2 years ago now. Huh? No longer with us? You mean he passed away? Sadly, yes. Wow, I can't believe it. So the Inncredible, that's... Gee, what does this mean for my old inn, then? I guess if Edwin's gone, that means you're running the place all on your own, huh? So, sorry to fourth wall break here for just a moment. I'm just realizing that Edwin and Aaron have the word in their names with the two N's on purpose. In all of my time playing this game, I've never noticed that before. Well, yes. It's not the biggest inn in the world, but it's so quaint. I bet the guests here feel more welcome than in their own homes. That's very kind of you. I try my best to honor my father's memory by keeping the place running smoothly. Hey, I wouldn't expect anything else from the daughter of the Inncredible entertainer, honey. About this Inncredible thing. Hey, I don't suppose you want to give running an inn in Stornway a shot, do ya? That's the face of determination right there. I beg your pardon? So when Dad was in Stornway, people used to call him the Inncredible entertainer? You better believe it, honey. He was the best of the best. He was only a young guy back then, but he set up his own inn from scratch and totally put his rivals out of business. Goodness, I can't imagine him being like that. He always seemed so unadventurous to me, and he said he was happy to run even the smallest of inns as long as we were together. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Why would a guy like Edwin choose a ship out to a hick town like this? Well, I guess that's water under the bridge. The thing is, his old place in Stornway is in real trouble right now. We were all kind of hoping that the Inncredible entertainer would make a comeback and get things on track again. I just can't believe I didn't know he died 2 whole years ago. I mean, gee, I'm so sorry, honey. Not at all, I'm just sorry that you came all this way for nothing. Hey, no apology needed. I mean, I got to meet you instead, right? You're coming back with me to Stornway. I'm afraid I don't think that's possible. I have my hands full with this place as it is. And I just find it hard to believe that Dad was some kind of legendary innkeeper. Hard to believe? You can't argue with the facts, honey. And I can see you're a chip off the old block, too. I've got a knack for seeing people's strengths, you know? Oh dear, it's getting late and I really need to get started on supper. You'll have to excuse me. And please, I can't go to Stornway with you, so stop trying to talk me into it. She bursted out of that room. A stubborn one, huh? Don't worry, sweetie. You'll see sense before long. Hey, yeah, I thought I recognized you. You're the guy who helped me back at the ruins, right? Thanks again for that. You know, while you're in the helping mood, honey, you couldn't try to twist Erin's arm, could you? I can't let that kind of talent go to waste. It'd be good for her too, you know? I feel like it's very important to mention that our character is still probably like fresh in his mind, reeling from the fact that he fell from literal heaven and has to assume all of his friends are dead. And it's sad to laugh about it, but it's like, really, come on. Hey, Ivor. Erin passed by just now and she was acting really odd. I wonder what's going on. No way, that Patty woman's trying to recruit her? Surely Erin wouldn't think of leaving here and going to live in Stornway. She might. She could. I don't know. When Edwin first came back to Angel Falls, he'd often come and gaze at the waterfall. He's no longer with us now. Recruit her? I hardly know her. But gee. I often wonder what it was he was thinking about. I suppose I'll never know. Kazi, as the gift says, you are the greatest. Oh my goodness, thank you. That's so kind. Well, let's celebrate those 20 bits by talking to a ghost, which I didn't know we still could see and or talk to ghosts. So it's good to know that some of our angel powers are still working. Wah! You gave me a fright. Don't do that again, will you? Wait a minute, you could see me? But I'm dead. I had a feeling that you saw me back at the Hexagon too. That's quite a strange challenge you've got there. Oh yeah, that's right. We did see a ghost in the ruins. Never mind. We knew about that power. Sorry, I haven't introduced myself. Have I? I'm Erin's father, Edwin. I fell ill 2 years ago and died suddenly. But as you can see, I still haven't managed to leave this mortal realm entirely. And you are? Ah, Phoenix. Really? Really? But, Phoenix, aren't you the village guardian? Hey, hang on a minute. I can already just let everyone know here. This character will either be your favorite or your most annoyed by character in this entire game. So either you're welcome or I apologize. Ouch! Oi! Watch where you're flapping standing. I may be skinny as a rake, but I still need a bit of room for maneuvers. Never mind, I forgive you. Now, old man, what was that rubbish you were just sprouting? I'm not sure what you mean. You were on about Celestrians, right? I wondered the same thing at first, but this mess of a minstrel hardly foots the bill. I don't see a halo, do you? And I don't see any wings either. Bit odd for a Celestrian, that, wouldn't you say? I suppose you're right, though, while we're on the subject of odd, who and what are you? Ha, wouldn't you like to know? Yes, I suppose you would. Then I'd better introduce myself. Wait for it. I'm the supreme, stupendous Stella, stunning skipper of the sky-soaring Starflight Express. Ta-da! I see. Right then, your turn. Time to fly your true colors and tell us who you really are. You look like a regular mortal to me, so how come you can see the Starflight Express and ghosts like this old bloke? Okay. So you fell off the observatory during the earthquake, right? And when you came around to your senses, you were in this village with your wings and your halo missing? Sounds like a bit of a tall yarn, if you ask me. If you lost your wings and your halo, how is it that you can still see ghosts and the like? A bit neither here nor there, isn't it? I know. If you're a Celestrian, then prove it. Send someone's spirit up to the heavens. You've got nothing to lose, and this old bloke here just happens to be in need of a shove in the righteous direction. Wait, are you talking about me? I'm not exactly happy as I am, but... Let me guess, you're only a ghost because you've got some kind of unfinished business to put to sleep, right? Alright then, help this spook here tie up his loose ends and then send him on his way. I kind of feel bad that this guy has been dead for 2 years and he's just been wandering around watching his daughter basically pick up the pieces. Then I'll believe that you're a Celestrian, and I might even give you a lift back to the Observatory on the old Starflight Express. Can't say fairier than that, right? So I'll tag along with you for a while until the job's done. Oh yeah, while we're at it, I should probably warn you that I'll be keeping tags on you while I'm tabbing along. Just press the X button and then the select battle records, or press select, and you'll be able to see all the glory details. Have a look if you've got a minute. What am I saying? Have a look or I'll have your guts for a really grisly set of garters. The battle record screen is now accessible from the main menu. Well, I feel like we owe it to ourselves to take a look. So like I said, I'll be keeping a peeled eye on your progress and noting it all down here. So make the most of it, okay? We have won 30 battles. We have earned 1 accolade. Playing for 2 hours, 28 minutes. 3% of the defeated monster list completion. 1% wardrobe, 5% item list. All fun. Well, this is all rather strange. Still, I appreciate your willingness to help. I wonder what unfinished business is stopping me from going up to the heavens. I don't suppose... I wonder if it's to do with that thing I buried behind the inn. Something that you buried long ago that no one knows about? Maybe it's related. I don't know. Do you have any new dialogue? I wonder if it's true about Aaron's dad being an incredible entertainer. I find it a bit hard to believe, really. I mean, he always seemed like just a normal old bloke to me. Just scared myself. I smelled smoke, and the living room window was closed. It's coming from outside, but I had to check. My darn nose. Oh, goodness. I mean, your nose has saved us on other occasions. But the window being open in the kitchen, I guess, got to you. There seems to be something solid buried under the bush. Phoenix starts the dig. Uncovers a shiny gold trophy. The inscription reads, awarded to Edwin by H.R.H. King Scott for incredible achievements in entertainment. Phoenix acquires an innie. Alright. I guess this is going to be what we need to prove to Erin that her dad was an incredible entertainer. And maybe with the revelation being true, she'll want to go to Stornway. That's it. That's my innie. Goodness me, that takes me back a bit. The truth is, I hid it away when I came back to Angel Falls. I didn't want Erin to know, and I didn't want to spend my whole time being reminded about Stornway. Erin was very weak as a child. I came back to live in Angel Falls for her sake. It's what my late wife wanted, what Erin's mother wanted. So I brought the poor little thing here just after her mother passed away, and I hid the trophy where no one could find it. I wonder how she'll react when she sees it. Erin seemed a bit troubled, so I made her go and have a rest. I wonder what's on her mind. I don't suppose you could go and check on her, could you, Phoenix? She won't confide in me, but perhaps she'd be willing to tell you, a total stranger, what's going on. You know, you've only just met her yesterday, but she seems troubled, and I'm just her grandpa. What's up, Phoenix? What's that trophy you've got there? Oh, this thing is actually pretty big. It didn't look that big when we first acquired it. An award for being an incredible entertainer from the King of Stornway to my father? I don't believe it. Patty's story was all true. I don't understand, though. Why would Dad have given up all that to come here to sleepy old Angel Falls? What in the world was he thinking of? I may be able to shed a little light on that. Grandpa? Edward made me promise not to say anything, so I've kept it a secret all those years, but I don't see that it matters now. Dear Aaron, you must remember how sickly you were as a child. Your poor mother was the same. In the normal course of things, you would have become sicker and sicker as you got older. Eventually, you would have died. We lost your mother at a young age to the same fate. But I'm perfectly healthy. I hardly even remember being sick anymore. That's because you were brought up on water from the falls here in this village. Angel Falls' water is famous for making people healthy and curing their ills. So what you're saying is that Dad gave up his inn in Stornway and came back here for my sake? That's right. Saving his daughter was far more important to him than his own ambitions. But that's terrible. I stood in the way of my father in his dreams. He knew you'd feel that way. That's why he didn't want you to know. But you're mature enough now to be told the truth. You know, I've always wondered why he sometimes had that faraway look on his face. Now I know. He did all that for me. Phoenix, it looks like I'm going to be leaving for Stornway. I don't know if I can be of any help to Patty, but I have to at least give it a try. And he doesn't have to be here to deal with your hurt feelings. I mean, he's gonna be fulfilled and go to heaven, so I think he'll be fine. Well, there's a bombshell and a half. I had a feeling this day would come sooner or later. I'll really miss her, though. You there, Granddad? I'm here. I heard everything. I can't believe Erin is going to follow my ambition in my place. She really has grown up. Now I have no regrets. I know that she'll succeed. She doesn't need me watching over her shoulder. It looks like I'm ready to leave. Thank you so much, my honored guardian. He's gone. You did it. So you are a Celestrian after all. Well, a promise is a promise. I'll give you a lift back to the observatory like we agreed. So say thanks to your lucky stars. Hang on to your horses a minute. Shouldn't you be picking up that benevolence? Can't see it. You can flapping see it, can't you? Don't tell me you can't see benevolence anymore. Now I'm starting to wonder again. Are you really a Celestrian? Or are you pulling my chain? Some days later, the landslide is cleared and the mountain pass is opened again. Wow, that took days. Then the day arrives for Aaron to set off for Stornway. I'll miss you, Grandpa. You take care of yourself, won't you? You too. It'll be hard work making a living in a new town. Make sure you don't go working yourself sick. I know you're worried about your little girl, but I'm going to be around to help her out. So you just relax, okay? That's good to know, Patty. You've helped to set an old man's mind at ease. Ivor, can I have a word? What do you want to talk to me for? You're leaving, so you obviously don't care. I was wondering if you might take over the inn here for me. I don't have the heart to close it down, you see. You'll do it, won't you? I know I can count on you. I suppose I'll do it, but only to get Dad off my back with his nagging about me finding a job. I'm not doing it for you. Anyway, I bet I'll be so good at innkeeping that I'll soon trump your place over in Stornway. And I wish you luck with it. Not that I'll let you get the better of me, of course. Oh yeah? Sounds like we've got a competition on our hands. Phoenix, I can't thank you enough for what you've done. It's amazing how you managed to find Dad's hidden trophy like that. You really are a mystery. I wouldn't be surprised if you turned out to be our guardian after all. Ah, listen to me and my wild imagination. I suppose you'll be heading off to your hometown now, will you? If your journey brings you through Stornway, make sure to come and stay at my new inn, won't you? I'd better get going then. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you all for everything. Time for us to make some tracks, too. You remember where the Starflight Express is, presumably? Yes, no need to look so flapping pleased with yourself. I hardly expected you to forget. Come on, let's head for the pass. So I'm wondering if anyone can have like a definitive like, oh, I already really like her, or oh, I really don't like her already kind of opinion about Stella. I remember not liking her from the beginning, but she grew on me when I first played the game. Who'd have thought Ivor would put so much effort into running the inn? I can hardly believe it. I wonder if this is another ploy to get himself into Aaron's good books. That's what I was thinking. No doubt it won't last, and the place will end up going to rack and ruin. He never sticks at anything. Him. Okay. But we have to get to the Starflight Express. I don't particularly want to fight anything on the way here. I say as I immediately get into a battle. It's okay. We're more appropriately leveled for this area that we can handle ourselves. Here we are, all aboard. So here we are on the Starflight. What do you reckon? Pretty swish, isn't she? I'd like to jazz her up a bit more, actually. It's still a bit on the plain side in here, wouldn't you say? I'm thinking pink rhinestones with gold around them. That'll really make the place look stellar, don't you think?
Text message.
Oh, Kazi, thank you so much again for the bits. That's so generous. Thank you. A text message. What? Not bothered about my amazing interior design ideas, eh? I suppose you just want to get going, do you? Fine, fine, no more hanging about. I'm pretty keen to get back on the observatory and see how everything is myself. Here we go then. It's takeoff time! Oh, flap. We have a problem. I thought it would fly if there was a Celestrian on board. I wonder what's wrong. Hey, you couldn't see that benevolence before, could you? Even though you reckon you're a Celestrian? That must be the problem. I mean, it's a bit much to expect me to believe that Celestrians can just lose their halos and their wings, isn't it? No. Ha, don't get your knickerbockers in a twist. I was only saying. Anyway, we don't have time for this. The Almighty won't be pleased if we hang around here when there's big stuff going on. Oi, Almighty matey, you listening? We're in the right old gherkin here. Why don't you give us a flapping hand? That's weird. He's probably too busy to notice us or something. Alright then, Phoenix, here's what we'll do. We'll follow the road to this Stornway place. When we get there, we'll help lots of people and get loads of benevolence. That should make the Almighty Oaf prick his eyes up. Ah, look at your face. Not too swayed over by the idea or something? Well, tough turkey. I've decided that's what we're doing, so get moving. Okay, I guess. Alright, welcome to Western Stornway. As we can see from the map, there is a big castle right in the center of the map, and that is exactly where we're going. We may also want to get into some fights on our way over, because now we're in an area where monsters are getting stronger. The bubble slime draws near. Now, what separates the bubble slime from the regular slime is that they are poisonous. They have a chance of poisoning you when they attack you. Alright, we're able to take down stuff with 2 hits. That's pretty good. We're also getting a good amount of gold from taking out these enemies, which is also good. Grinding out gold has always been a problem for me in games like Dragon Quest. At least in the beginning. There gets to a point in the game where the enemies start dropping a very good amount of gold, but until then, it always felt to me like you've got pennies. Ah, some coagulant. Good.